Hey dudes, what's going on? It's Kyle again, and I actually am bringing you guys a pretty interesting video. Now, if you guys are, fans of me or have been on my stream or maybe even just kind of been on my channel in general, you guys know that I love fighting games. I upload a lot of Smash Brothers, but I don't only play Smash Brothers. I also heavily play Tatsunoko versus Capcom, which I actually found a way to get some online matches going. So hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. But I also play Tatsunoko versus Capcom. I've played Injustice on here. I've played Tekken, I think, one night on my stream. So there's quite a bit of things that happen, but there's always like this kind of thing about Smash Brothers that's gone around as far as the FGC is concerned, and people are kind of like, oh, some people say, oh, Smash Brothers isn't a real fighting game, and blase, and there's always people who want to say something about Smash Bros. Like, oh, it's not a real fighting game, it's not that good. So I'm gonna answer the age old question right now. What if? Now hear me out. What if Smash Brothers, Smash 4 for this particular case, for anyways, let's say, what if Smash 4 played like a traditional fighting game, or not even, or just to say that it put in some traditional fighting game mechanics, so to speak. So I sat down, and this is something that I had on my mind before, and I actually had something similar at one point when I went to a Smash Fest with some friends. But recently, this past weekend, on Friday, I actually went to a Smash Fest with my friends, and we actually really put this to the test. And the results are pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the matches are actually very intense. They're kind of nail biting, and I certainly recommend to anybody to give this a try. Completely give it a try. I don't know if it's gonna be a thing. I don't know if eventually it'll be something that's kind of adopted, or even like a side thing just for fun. Regardless, whether it's just for fun or because it feels, it's competitive. It is. It gets pretty crazy. The tier list is flipped around. There's a whole mess of stuff going on. I've been beta testing it for the last couple days, trying it with different characters and seeing how it works out. And so far, it's really interesting. So let me tell you guys how to set it up. All right, first thing you want to do is you want to go to Games and More and head into Stage Builder. I already have a stage built, but I'm going to show you guys here. This is Oasis Ruins. I'm actually going to edit the name right now in this video for you guys to see, so you guys can understand. Oh, wait, I have to use my gamepad. Give me 2 seconds to grab that. Oh, wait, no, I don't have to do that. I can just click save, can't I? No, it's not going to let me do that, is it? Of course not. All right, never mind. I'll change it later. I don't feel like doing with that. All right. Yeah. Oh. Ah! Yes. Okay. I do want to quit without saving. All right. In any case, right, here's what you want to do. You want to make a stage. And I'm actually going to go back into this again just so I can show you guys. What you want to do with the stage, in general, is you want to make it a box. You want to make it a box. You can be creative with the box however you like. That's entirely up to you. Like, as you can see here, I have some gaps in here. I have to set it where these little parts aren't ledges, but I haven't done that yet. I'll do that later on. But in general, as you can see here, it's just a box stage. That is really all that it is. So what you can do now in that position, we're gonna go here and test. Now I don't know if I can edit spawn points later, but I will. Oh wait. I gotta get my gamepad now for real. But as you can see here, like what's gonna happen is if I can edit where they spawn in, I'll edit that later. But basically, you guys are gonna drop down into the center of the box. Everybody's gonna go to each end, and then you guys can do like a basic countdown: 3, 2, 1. You guys fight. Now, here is essentially what else you're going to need. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to say okay. God, so many questions. All right. Now, once you make this stage, however you like it, I say medium size is pretty good because it's going to be because you're going to make the box pretty big. It's not going to be a small box. It's going to be decently sized. So, here, I'm actually going to go into training before I set up the settings so you guys can actually get an idea of how big the box is and how it looks and everything like that. But once you have your stage built, it is pretty much a kind of pretty simple idea from there. So let's go to custom. It's Oasis Ruins. I'm actually going to change it around to Ruined Oasis, but who cares? Any case, let this load up. So you see, you guys are typically going to spawn up top. Unless, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you can change spawn points, but if you can, you're going to want to have them down in the center here. So let me actually get Captain Falcon down here. By setting him to whoops, not control. Attack. There we go. Wait till he drops down. Alright. There we go. So like I said, as you can see, the box is decently sized in either direction. From there, it really is typical Smash Brothers. But I haven't even told you guys the full setup yet. But for the most part, you guys understand. You guys are in the box. There's pretty much no escape out. Now then, with that established, let's go into the further details of what you're gonna need. Now, this is predominantly set for one-on-ones. That's the idea. This is for one-on-ones, and that's kind of just how it works. It's best suited for that, obviously, and which isn't a big deal because obviously Smash Bros is done through one-on-ones. I mean, you can do teams in a sense where like I guess kind of like how crew battles would work, but not necessarily like how traditional doubles is done. Okay, so once you have your stage built and you have it set up to how you like it, you're going to go to Smash. You're going to want to go to Special Smash. Now, the parameters you're going to want to set, you want to set this to a stamina match, and you're going to want to set the gravity to heavy. Other than that, everything else remains exactly as it is. Now, we're going to go to change actual game rules. If you want custom fighters on, if you want to be a little bit more, in depth with it, which is something that we're actually me and my friends are talking about, thinking on how we want to set up custom fighters to work and things like that. Like, we're actually going to really kind of dive into it and make like a side game thing here. All right. So your launch rate, you want to drop that to 0.8. Originally, we started this at 0.5. Then we went up to, but then 0.5 it was too much because there's not enough knockback for anybody really getting any kind of opportunities. So we went to 0.7, which was 0.7 was really good, but we just found that 0.8 was better. 0.8 was just better for the entire thing. We haven't decided what because of stamina, you don't have to worry about stock time anymore, so you can't really set a time limit on the match, so that's kind of irrelevant. But other than that, everything else is pretty much good. You don't have to worry about SD penalties or any of that stuff. You're gonna want to definitely have damage display on. All right. With that said, you're gonna go ahead and start your match up. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and run a quick match. Your stamina, you want to set it to 160. I say 160 just because I feel like it's a little bit, better for the situation. I think most fighting games you have 150 HP anyways. I just said give it like 10 more because it's Smash Brothers. Why the hell not? All right, so I'm gonna fight Bowser. Now, Bowser in this particular setup is actually really good. I'm not gonna put Bowser at level 9. I'm gonna stay at like level 8, just because I'm a guy. I'm just that kind of guy. All right, now let me go ahead and pick one of my tags through in here. All right, I'll use this one. So I have my controls, and I'm gonna start the matchup, and you guys are gonna see kind of how this works. So like I said, you're gonna go to your customs. You're gonna load up the stage. Everything else is already set in order. So, I mean, from here, it's pretty much easy going. All you're going to do is you're going to drop down. And as you can see, he's already here. And then we're going to have this fight. So, as you can see, the thing is that it works more like a traditional fighting game. Like, you guys aren't getting, like, really ridiculous stuff. But, of course, you guys can knock each other pretty far. You can, or at least decently. Like, look at that. Like, that chains. And it's pretty ridiculous. It's actually really, really intense of a fight. Of course, it's still CPU at the end of the day. It's better to be fighting human players. But as you can see, like, the health is really dropping. I didn't even actually realize I'm dying right now. This is actually pretty crazy. And there you have it. Like, that's one match. And you die. Your character, this is a battle to the death. Your character legitimately dies. And so the idea of where the, I guess, traditional fighting game elements take part comes in like this, right? Is that you still have your two characters that go in. You guys are on a flat plane. There are walls. So there's corner pressure, for example, like how you would expect in Marvel versus Capcom, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, etc. There's corner pressure. You do have that. But you still have your Smash Brothers tools to you. You have all your attacks. You have certain moves that will still work. Like now Rob's down throw to up smash works. She can still get her chain grab off on characters. Heavyweights do really good because they take they're able to take more hits because of the super armor that they have. And with that, there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of options, and like moves now hold certain properties that are gonna work a lot better in situations that like wouldn't have naturally worked out as easily in regular Smash 4, in vanilla Smash 4, so to speak. So again, I'm gonna load this up one more time. I might do one other match just to kind of show you guys the variety of the situation. I'm gonna try this fight against Bowser one more time. It's gonna be me versus Bowser, and just so you guys can kind of get a feel for it and understand how this works. Now, like I said, obviously this is obviously a change to Smash 4 in general, but I mean it's just something fun to try out. And I figure, why not? Like, I mean, everybody questions the idea. Like, what if Smash Brothers played more like a traditional fighting game? Of course, Smash loyalists don't really care about that question, but I mean, a lot of people probably have asked before and wondered it. I mean, I'm pretty sure at least once you might have thought about it. Like, Bowser has a really good keep away, and the super armor is like crazy good for him. So it does him a lot of favors. Look at that, like the command grab right out of attack, like I have to set up traps right now. And you know, there you go. I still died in that fight. I mean, of course, I haven't really been playing too much. No Johns, but yeah, as you can see, it's something thoroughly interesting. Like, here, let me give you guys another matchup to kind of understand. Let's make it where I'm Bowser. Like, I actually really believe to myself that Bowser is hella top in this particular fight setup. We'll do Bowser against DK. Which I think is actually one of my more favorable matchups to watch go down. Everything else is absolutely the same, like I said. If you want to have, we're gonna have a thing eventually where we set up like actual custom moves for characters that are fair and things like that work. But you know, that's gonna be in time. Like, Bowser has an actual vortex that I think still works. Yep, and it's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous. As long as you do it right. Like, once you do the dash grab, essentially, you want to just roll. You want to head forward so that you get on the opposite end of them. Then you jab twice, and then just redo the command grab. And it's insane. Like I said, Bowser is ridiculously top tier in this particular fight setup, and it's fun. Like, this is actually really fun because you have to think. You're gonna get pressured a lot more. Your shield's gonna be pressured a lot more. You're gonna be forced to roll back. Obviously, you don't want to get caught in the corner situations because those aren't good for you. Those are never good spots to be in. But you know, you can indeed get caught in those. And then it's like, what do you do at that point? You're stuck. Like, Sheik's forward tilt lock on heavies in the corner, they're trapped unless they shield and roll out. They have to perfect shield and roll out. Or even if they get their shield up in time, then they're okay because it's just gonna dwindle the shield down until they roll out, and they have to get the roll in between it. So it's like there's a lot to it that makes it actually pretty interesting, the setups and how it works and everything. So again, let's have one more match here before I kind of call this to what it is, and let it stand. Sheik has legitimate traps now. Like, I mean, grenade set up for traps. Like, you can't, like, bouncing fish is actually now like an evading option. Like, because you can't, as long as you don't tap it, you won't throw the kick out. So you'll just you know, like, flip forward. And then if you want, it becomes like a mind game because you can just throw it out later. She got a dive kick. Like, I mean, there's actual things in here that make this pretty interesting. So again, I implore everybody to give it a try. I think it's a pretty fun like thing to do. Like I said, even if it's just for fun, and you're tired of playing like traditional Smash, or you just kind of want to break from whether you're training for Evo or a tournament, you just want to do something for fun, I say give it a shot. It's definitely worth it. Actually, before I stop, I'm gonna show you guys the number one reason why everybody should do this. Here comes the number one reason why everybody should do it. I'm gonna be very honest. This is the number one reason right here. All the reason in the world. That's right. Diddy, the top player in all of Smash 4, because obviously Nintendo has no idea that an up air needs to be patched. Let's look at this right here. Let's look at this. Get ready. Get ready for it. Can't do it. Can't. It's just, it doesn't. Wait. Look at what? What is this? See, let's try that again. Let's run that back. It doesn't. It can't. It doesn't work. It just doesn't. They land in the spot where the hitbox doesn't catch it. So I mean, like, what is up air really gonna do at this point? I mean, not to say that Diddy's bad now in any way, because Diddy's actually pretty. He's all right. Like he's got the still has the banana traps, of course. I mean, he can essentially keep away with the pellet gun. I definitely call it the pellet gun. But I mean, realistically, the number one problem is now eliminated. Down to, oh, look at that. Like it's look at how low I have to have Ganon before I can actually hit that. And it's like it still isn't even like every time. It stops it for the most part. Oh, and Diddy's dead. So, I mean, as you guys can see, this is actually a pretty interesting little thing. But like I said, the tier list gets kind of flipped around a bit, because now different characters have different opportunities over certain characters inside the roster. So, I mean, again, if you've ever asked yourself, or if you've ever been curious, how would it be to play Smash Bros. As a somewhat, I have to say somewhat because it's still Smash Bros. At the end of the day, but a somewhat traditional fighting game. I mean, this is really your little opportunity to figure it out. And I mean, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I have a lot of fun playing it. Ever since I did it Friday, I've actually been playing it and toying around with characters and figuring things out. I actually want to start trying to mess around with custom moves involved, so this way that there can be like different formats of like characters, like kind of like how you can set like your assist, for example, in Marvel to do certain things, or even like how you can set your ultras in Street Fighter 4. Holy crap! So it's like I said, it's something to look into for sure, and like I think it would be interesting. Like, I don't know. I can't tell you guys to do this. I can't tell anybody to accept it, but I think if anything, it would be something entertaining to at least try out and play. So, I mean, with that all said, I mean, like I said, I recommend it to you guys. Greninja's ridiculous in this. I mean, like, he has the reach that is just absolutely insane. And a counter. So, I mean, again, I say give it a try, guys. So just to recap, all you really need is a stage that's a box. Like I said, make a decent box like stage, and it should realistically work out just fine. I don't know. And like I said, you can make a series of them. So this way you have different stages to play on. Pick your favorite music from the game, all that stuff. As far as that goes, you have like 50 characters to play with, and all you really have to do is stamina heavy smash. That's it. Just stamina heavy smash. Set your launch rate to 0.8, and then from there, everything else is pretty much done for you. So, like I said, I recommend giving it a try. If I remember correctly, we're sitting here and we've been talking about calling it like Super Smash Fighter 4. Yeah, that's right. There was no 1, there was no 2, there was no 3. It's just 4. Ultimate Super Smash Fighter 4, guys. That's how we're running this. And it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. I've had some really intense matches. My friend is actually going to upload some of those matches for everybody to see. And when those happen, I'll probably put a few of them in the description below, at least when I know that they're out. But yeah, guys, this was just something that was a pretty interesting idea. I thought you guys might find it entertaining. Think maybe, something fun to try out with your friends, just to do it and see how well you do, and how much more difficult Smash Bros. Can be when you put it in the form of a semi-traditional fighting game. But all right, guys, that's gonna do it. It's Kyle Hunter, and I'm out, guys. All right, later.